All right, you guys, this your boy back at y'all with another one. Shouts out to the Lions Den basketball community. Let's get right on business. As Joe Biden, a couple days ago, during the speech, let the N word slip out his mouth, right? So, and I'm not talking about the word that end with the A. I'm talking about the word that end with the ER, right? Which is amazing considering that the climate we're in today. Now, look, I've laid out the history about this dude, right? About the 50 years of anti-black racism and dog whistle politics that this guy has engaged in, and he continues to spit in the black community's face every chance he gets, right? But everybody was so worried about Trump. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't like Donald Trump. I think Donald Trump is a jackass. He's a racist too. But what's the difference between an overt white supremacist, racist, and a covert white supremacist, racist, right? Trump and goddamn on Joe Biden is a distinction without a difference. Okay? Just because you got a quiet white supremacist and then you got an overt white supremacist, they're both one and the same. We all knew that eventually that his true colors was going to shine through. And just so happens to be during a presidential speech of all things that he let that word come out of his mouth. And then he tried to he tried to clean it up really quick. Now, why won't he comment on this? Why won't he talk about it? Right? I'm pretty sure the media has questions. The press secretary, why is she trying to apologize about this? Unless you're complicit. That's the only reason you won't apologize about it. That's the only reason you won't talk about it because you're complicit. It's disgusting that this dude would come out there and say something like that. Nobody gets in an uproar. Nobody is outraged. What the fuck is this? What you are all you guys that went out there and supported Joe Biden, man? How do you explain this? Huh? All you guys that was dancing in the street and yeah, Donald Trump, yeah, he's out of here. Yeah, we got our man back. Joe Biden, yeah, Joe Biden can do everything for the black community. Yay! So what has he done for the black community so far? Because I see him sign a whole bunch of executive orders and put out a whole and supported bills that were anything but for black people, right? Now, on this channel, I've laid out the litany of things, the whole bunch of executive orders that Joe Biden has signed for, but none are for black people. None. He has had a history of not doing nothing for black people, but show his disdain and his resentment towards black people. And don't give me that, well, he got a black man as the Secretary of Defense. Yeah, for all we know, that dude's probably a sellout. So so let me understand something. Just because he had a black dude as a goddamn on Secretary of Defense, right? The retired Army dude. So he's supposed to be. So just because Joe Biden appointed him, all of a sudden now, oh well, he's done work for the black community, right? Never mind the fact that people's homes is getting gentrified. There's all kinds of systemic racism when it comes to banks and and hospitals and in the medical field and in the court system and the police system, right? All the systemic racism that's deep rooted, right? He is very complicit in the oppression of black people. Matter of fact, he's one of the driving forces behind that. So this dude is going to continue to spit in the face of black community. Look, that's why I always tell my people, man, stop getting on the treadmill, man. Stop getting on the treadmill. This dude is very, very staunch in his anti-black racism. What's up, Omega Red, Jeffrey Weaver? Salute to y'all. That's why I went so hard at him. Now, if for some scenario, right, and this is like a 1 in 1 billionth chance that this happens, but let's just say for the sake of argument, Joe Biden come to his senses and, well, you know what? In the case of my actions over the last week, and I'm going to resign as president of the United States. Guess who's become president? Just take a wild guess who becomes president. That old cackling hyena scam artist. You guessed it, Kamala Harris. She will become president. Now, we all know, I've laid out the history about this woman. This woman, between her and Jim Crow Joe, they both back the badge when it comes to anything regarding the police departments and all that. And I'm gonna talk about this incident where you had a former cop beat up a current cop during the Capitol riots. So what happened to Blue Lives Matter, right? Because when black people, when they see black people out here going at each other, oh man, the shit Black Lives Matter, what is that all about? Yeah, but you got cops, beating each other and killing each other in that coup attempt. Where they at saying God dang on Blue Lives Matter? Huh? All right then. Shut the hell up. Right? When it comes to this dude, Joe Biden, all you bootling and bootlickers and buck dancers out here, where's y'all at now explaining this? Where the fuck is y'all at when Joe Biden didn't sign any executive orders for black people? Right? And Sheila Jackson Lee got nerve to come up with that guy dang on HR 40 bill that's gonna have Joe Biden appoint people for a reparations study when he's, for one, opposed to the whole idea of reparation to begin with, and two, why would you even have a bill to study reparations? Where's the fucking check? You ain't had nobody else have no damn study when it comes to reparations. They just cut the check. So, look, this should not come as a surprise that Joe Biden was going to let this slip. Out his mouth. Hell, you don't let it slip, Joe Biden. You might as well just come up with it. Tell us how you really feel. Don't put on the front for me. I already know what you feel. Now, I want to see somebody try to come out here and defend this. Who's going to defend this? I'm pretty sure one of you bootleg or bootlegs out there that sell us soap for some bird seed will come out here and try to defend this. Please, somebody. I dare one of you guys to come out here and defend this, and I will flame you to the fucking ends of the earth. This dude had damn near 50 years through his to get it right, and through his legislature and dog whistles and all that. This dude has made it clear through his legislature and through his dog whistles that he is a staunch anti-black racist. And of course he's going to let that word slip out his mouth. Jim Crow Joe, hey, I see your true colors shining through. That's right. You can't fool me, Jim Crow Joe. You cannot fool me at all, Jim Crow Joe. Why can't Kamala become president? Because she's an airhead, she's a dummy, and she's proven that in several interviews. Look, if you bring her an interview and all these questions are already predetermined, yeah, she can answer those questions right there and then, right? If the questions are already predetermined, she has time to think about it. Yeah, she'll come up with a half-baked, empty fortune cookie answer or whatnot. But if you ask her something on the fly, where she has to think about it and gives you something on the fly, she can't do it. She can't do it. She can't make decisions on the fly. She couldn't even answer simple, basic question, and the question even had nothing to do with anything political. Had everything to do with rap music because Angela Rye tried to throw her that softball question, or who's the greatest rapper alive, and she names a dead person. She named a dead person, the greatest rapper alive, and she named a dead person. And then try to drop the Notorious B.I.G. The nerve of that woman to use the Notorious B.I.G.'s name on Ruth Ginsburg when she finally passed away last year. So no, Kamala Harris can't be no president, man. You know, she could be the president of the man. She could even be president of goddamn Keebler for all I care. You know that woman. No, that woman disgusting. Then she can't even come up with policy. She's more power hungry than policy driven. So no, she can't be president. No, the vice presidency has been her ceiling. Think about this, young wild greatest Renaults. Think about this, right? This woman couldn't even carry 10% of the vote in her home state of California. If you really want to know how strong a candidate is, look how that candidate does in their home state. Now obviously, let's take Bernie Sanders for a second, right? For an example. Now, Bernie Sanders, right? Obviously, Vermont is way smaller than California, but he still carried 80 something percent of the vote in his home state. Kamala Harris couldn't even carry 10% in California. She was thoroughly, utterly rejected. It was only Joe Biden who saved her from obscurity when he named her the vice president. So, Kamala Harris, as far as I'm concerned, the vice presidency is her ceiling. She can try to run in 2024, but she's going to lose. She's going to lose. But back to sloppy Joe Biden, right? Joe Biden, you know what he said earlier today was disgusting. Hey man, if that's what you feel about keeping the orange man, then hey man, I don't care about LeBron right now. I don't care about that. That ain't got nothing to do with what I got talking about right now. But I'll talk about that in another video. You know, at least with Trump, you know, we know where he stood when it comes to his anti-black racism. We know where he stood. You know, I'd rather have someone, you know, tell me where they stand as opposed to, you know, lead me on this path to the slaughterhouse and be like, yeah, we support everything that's going on in the black community, and yet the first chance you get, you ignore all our demands for defunding the police. You pretty much tell us no when it comes to reparations and all that. So it should not come as a shock of what Joe Biden did, right? Or what he said. Should not come as a shock. Like I said before, this dude had damn near 50 years to get it right when he was a senator out of Delaware, and when he was Obama's vice president, right? And he knew that when he ran for president, right? Because look, sloppy Joe Biden had two other times he ran for president, in '87 and in 2008. Obviously, both those presidential aspirations crumbled like a crushed fortune cookie. Yeah. So when he ran in 2020, he two things. One, he practically knew he was a shoo-in, right? Through the establishment. Now, mind you, when he ran, he had never won a primary in any state ever until the South Carolina primary came up. And who was the person that helped save his campaign? Who was the driving force for his campaign turning around? God dang on Jim Clyburn. Yeah, I hope they don't. Them terrorists don't find my liquor, right? Yeah, that motherfucker, that same motherfucker that was holding fish fries every year. Meanwhile, his congressional district in South Carolina, the median salary is only $41,000, but he bringing jobs down there, right? Sloganism. We need to stop all these sloganisms because sloganism is killing us. Yeah, fuck out of here, right? That's the person you want to carry water for, right? Jim Clyburn, you stupid motherfucker, you old useless hack. Now, you gonna come out there and try to defend Joe Biden saying this, god dang on Jim Clyburn, right? What about your ugly ass daughter Mignon, right? Or Mignon, or whatever the fuck she wanna call herself. What about her? She gonna come out there and defend this? Or she got that mass communications job somewhere. How about she get one of her little cronies or whatnot to try to like spin this and all? Huh? Who the fuck is going to defend this shit? And y'all gotta understand, the president ain't nothing more than a figurehead. Okay? The only way the president becomes presidential is if he has the backing from the House and the Senate. The president has to have the backing from the House and the Senate. Because if you got a Republican House and Republican Senate, but you got a Democratic president, then the president agenda more than likely is not going to get enacted because of partisanship and political games. It's only that when the president both has backing from the House and the Senate, and the only way you have that is you have a Democratic-led House, which we have now, and a Democratic-led Senate, which we got now, despite the fact it's 50-50, right? And Kamala Harris holds the tiebreaker vote. Now, mind you, for a lot of bills to get passed in the House and the Senate requires 60. I take that back. A lot of bills that get passed in the Senate requires 60 votes. But there are some times where all you need is a simple majority vote for a lot of things to get through, like when the president appoints a member of his cabinet. That right there requires a majority vote, right? Say like all the party lines hold firm. Kamala Harris, who is the leader of the Senate because she's the vice president, will hold the tie-breaking vote. There you go. But when it comes to Jim Crow Joe, though, Jim Crow Joe and this is not the last time you're gonna see this, right? I guarantee you that dementia's gonna kick in, and whatever, and he's gonna let this word spew out again. Watch what I tell you. He's gonna make another gaffe. Because it's already bad enough when he initially ran for president the third time. If you vote for Donald Trump, you ain't black. Excuse me, you're not black. This dude has made it clear how much he spits in the face of the black community, man. You don't know Kamala is black? I'm gonna tell you right now. I answer that for you. If you don't know Kamala Harris is black, no, she's not. She might put on this front like she's black, but Scamala isn't black. Look, I don't like Donald Trump neither, but at least Donald Trump, through all his games and whatnot, he basically made it clear that he's not gonna do anything for black people. He already, you know what I'm saying? You good, bro? You good? Donald Trump has made it clear that he's not doing anything for black people. So why should I vote for Donald Trump? Hell, Joe Biden, yeah, he make promises that he gonna do stuff for the black community, but I don't trust Joe Biden. Joe Biden just as much of a racist as Donald Trump. The only difference is one's overt about it and the other one's covert about it. He'll smile in your face and stab you in the back, right? So, but at least with Joe Biden, for one day only, he let his racism show by dropping the N-bomb on TV and then tried to clean it up. Who would I want for president? Man, I don't know. It's slim pickings out there, man. The thing is, we need to find maybe Austin Shane. No, not that coon ass motherfucker. Fuck him. Fuck that motherfucker too. But as far as who I want for president, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, these politicians out here, they all liars, they all scam artists, they all fucking deceivers and schemers, and in some cases, they either's a racist or they're a fucking coon. So I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, we need to formulate our own kind of party system here in the United States. No, Hillary Clinton. Oh man, no. Man, I can't imagine her being president and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But then again, you know, leave it up to guys like Roland Martin, man. Instead of grilling her on tangibles for the black community, this motherfucker want to show her how to do the fucking wobble. Yeah, that fat raccoon Roland Martin, aka Mr. Frontline at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffle. Yeah, I'm gonna show. I want to show you how to do the wobble, right? Or whatever crazy ass fucking dancer it was or whatnot, man. But yeah, what's up, Mr. Padzer? Yeah, man. Look, I say all that to say this, man. If Joe Biden just so happens to run again in 2024, right? Because I know we all say that, oh man, his dementia's kicking in and that he's too fucking old and all that. But look, let's just say, he does a croak and, his heart is pumping, real nice and his dementia, just happened, or his Alzheimer's just happened to be taking a back seat and all that. And, I feel good. I feel so good. I'm going to run in 2024, right? So this motherfucker runs in 2024 and he wins again, right? Then what? Are you gonna be dancing in the street for Joe Biden? Oh man, we got the orange man out of there, right? Speaking of the orange man, say he doesn't croak, right? Because there's only like a couple of cases during the presidency that Donald Trump, skirted with death and all that, when he got rushed to the Walter Reed Hospital because at 2 a.m. because he had a stroke. But he tried to lead everybody to believe that, oh, just a routine checkup. At 2 a.m? Really? They do routine checkups at 2 a.m. Look, the only time I got a routine checkup at 2 a.m. is if I had a girl that played a nurse and she was checking my dick out, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of routine 2 a.m. checkup I got. You know what I'm saying? I ain't, and yes, I I had a stroke. It was just stroking my dick. It hurt, right? That's the routine checkup I got at 2 a.m, but not for a stroke that's gonna fucking kill me. And when he caught the COVID-19 and he got that Regeneron, and now he feels like the Incredible Hulk after taking that goddamn Regeneron. Do you think? Say, do I think they can impeach him? Yeah, they can try to impeach him. Like, you can rely on people like Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert or whatever useless white supremacist hack. They can try to impeach him, but the problem is they're not going to have the votes to convict him. They're not going to have the votes to convict Joe Biden. You need 2/3 vote in the Senate. That means you can need at least 67 people in the Senate to say, yeah, Joe Biden's a starch racist, and yeah, he should not, have the presidency or whatever like that. But no, he's not going to have that. They're not going to have the votes to convict him. So that'll be a complete waste of time, like they did with the Orange Man. What's up, Maximus Royalty? Salute to you, little brother. Appreciate you for being up in here. Trump got the bad bond steroids. That's funny. I would rather you say Rafael Palmeiro, not Barry Bonds, because Barry Bonds are not. Barry Bonds to me is a Hall of Famer. So I would rather you say God dang on Rafael Palmeiro. But yeah, man. And I know a lot of people say that, oh man, we should have kept Trump as president. No, Trump is, look, as much as I don't like Joe Biden, right? Donald Trump, man, look, dude, the motherfucker couldn't sell a steak for crying out loud. But yeah, he can run a country, but he can't. This motherfucker back in 2007 ran a company called Trump Steaks, right? The top 1% of steaks in the world. In the world, Craig. Dude couldn't even sell a fucking ribeye for crying out loud. But yeah, I can expect him to run the country, right? No. Hell, they just tore down one of those hotels last month. The Trump Plaza out there in Atlantic City when the Atlantic City was the thing, right? They tore down one of those hotels. Hell, now in them hotels, they had all kinds of WWF events back in the day. They held 2 WrestleManias, a Saturday Night's Main Event, right? And they tore that motherfucker down, right? Trump Airlines, yeah, that was a successful business, right? Trump Airlines, Trump Vodka, yeah, because people were buying that off the shelf at your local ABC store, right? But I don't want to make this about goddamn on Donald Trump. That motherfucker's irrelevant, man. You know what I'm saying? He ain't the president no more, right? He is not the president anymore, even though in his feeble mind, he still thinks he's the president because he thinks he still won the election when the results clearly showed that he didn't. But old Jim Crow Joe, right? I'm gonna say what I'm gonna do for the black community. What I do absolutely nothing for the black community, except hold my stand and call you a whole bunch of words in the goddamn behind the scenes. Yeah, you ain't know Trump vodka exists. Yeah, that motherfucker exists. You just can't look. Look, the motherfucker didn't last long. Okay, that motherfucker ain't last long. No one was buying it off the shelf. You're not gonna go to your local nightclub if the nightclub is even a thing anymore. You're not gonna go to your local nightclub and say, "Yeah, can I get a Trump vodka on the rocks?" No, it's not gonna happen. Or you be like, "Hey, can I get some Trump vodka and Coke?" No, you ain't doing none of that, right? But let me try to stay on subject here. Back to Jim Crow Joe, right? So you're gonna apologize for saying that? Well, me personally, I don't care what kind of apology you try to cook up. It's not gonna move me or shake my tree or anything like that. Now to them other bootlicking, buck dancing, Bojangle sellouts out there, then yeah, you can come up with an apology and whatnot and say, see, Jim Crow Joe has apologized. We need to move on. We need to come together. We need to sing songs and we need to dance in the streets and we need to hold hands and sing Kumbaya and all that. No, I'm not interested in that. Well, what about reparations for black people? Well, that's not feasible. Really? Not feasible? But all these other people got checks cut out to them. They ain't come up with no study. They ain't come up with no legislative for a committee to study reparations and all that shit. So miss me with all that shit. All right, Joe Biden is a staunch white supremacist, anti-black racist, and just because he said white supremacy during his fucking inauguration speech, all right, that's not gonna get me to get off my fucking stance about him. Now, Kamala Harris and Joe Biden are two well-known plagiarists. Okay, these two motherfuckers are staunch plagiarists, but these two plagiarists is gonna be these two. It's gonna be this two that's gonna be the beacon of light that's gonna bring change to America. Right? They're gonna take America to new heights. Right? They're gonna stop all this gentrification in black communities. They're gonna put out legislation where like if you kill a black person, you're gonna spend the rest of your life in jail. Right? They gonna come on any kind of legislature back in the black community? No, they're not. They're not gonna do anything for the black community. And unfortunately, a lot of us is gonna get back on the treadmill when Joe Biden or Kamala Harris come stomping around our towns saying what they're gonna do for us if they got reelected. And this is where you guys, when they come stomping around your town come re-election time about what they're gonna do for the black community and all that, one of you guys need to have the courage and the nuts of an elephant to raise your hand and ask them, hey, so you had all these years to do this, that, and the third. Why haven't you been doing this, that, and the third? Or I answer that for you. Neither one of them are good. As far as I'm concerned, they're different fangs on the same snake. Yeah, he don't know what's worse, Democrats or Republicans. They both bad. They both are corrupt as fuck. They both don't give a fuck about the black community. They all they do is use us as pawns to get them where they gotta go. Right? We could talk about Trump all day, but we could talk about flying Ted. Right? Ted Cruz. He want to leave his constituents out in Texas to go to Cancun, Mexico. So yeah, pick your poison. Do you want a cobra or do you want a fucking rattlesnake? Huh? When it comes to this racism, what kind of poison you want? You want the rattlesnake kind or you want the king cobra kind? Take your pick. They both bad for you. They want to sit up here and talk about unity and and we need to come together as a nation and all that. Yeah, I'm not trying to come together with nobody that's trying to kill me the first chance they get. Okay? No, thank you. I have no interest in that. So I don't know what else to tell you about that. But yeah, man, you guys let me know what y'all think, man. I appreciate y'all for coming up in here this morning. You know how I like to cook at like 4 o'clock in the morning. I couldn't even, man. I thought about that shit, man. I had to come on and talk about that, man. And there's two people I want to shout out, man, because I saw their videos on this too. So Tom Business Sports Entertainment, I saw this video about that. So I want to shout him out. And then I want to shout my homeboy J Dog too. So J Dog talked about that too, about how this motherfucker dropped the goddamn N-bomb during the speech and whatnot. They ain't tried to clean it up. So yeah, you guys definitely know what y'all think about Jim Crow Joe. Smash the like, hit the subscribe. This your boy. Scream at me. Hurry!